Hello guys, welcome back to the Brute Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to cover a project that I really like the most, and this project has released its governance token, and also the fact is the governance token just got listed on Coinbase like 12 minutes before I started recording this video, and that token is called the fourth token, FORTH, and this is Ampleforth's governance token, right? Again, this project is an extremely new token. It only got listed, as I'm saying, it only got listed like a few minutes before I started making this video, and it's an extremely brand new token. There's a lot of exciting things around this token that I researched, and I just want to share this video with you guys because I just feel like you guys need to learn about this project the moment it's coming off the oven. So what is this token? And it's already listed on CoinGecko. You can also find it on CoinMarketCap. What is this token, and what's the main reason why the Ampleforth team has released this token, right? So I just want to go to Cointelegraph and quickly cover this heading that Cointelegraph has published today. And this is basically Ampleforth launches fourth governance token as adoption grows, right? Again, it's very exciting times because again I have been a big fan of Ampleforth. If you guys don't know what Ampleforth is a stable coin that's one of the first rebasing stable coin, and its main the Ampleforth program, like the platform, has Ample or AMPL as its primary token, and the Ample token aims to always be pegged to $1, 2019 version of $1, and that's basically the main goal of the token. And the way it tries to reach this $1 peg is very interesting, and it's a topic for another video that I'll cover later. But if you guys don't know what Ampleforth is, it's basically a rebasing token. It is the first rebasing token on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So Base Money Protocol Ampleforth announced the launch of a new governance token Wednesday, setting the stage for further expansion and community engagement following a successful year of adoption, right? Again, if you guys don't know, Ampleforth is about a year old, and it's a project that has garnered a lot of popularity. During the DeFi bull run last year, Ample token was one of the tokens that was pumping like crazy, and due to its unique nature of rebasing, it actually made substantial gains to people who held the Ample tokens, and it was also getting more popular as the entire cryptocurrency space moved to the bull market. The project said that the fourth token is meant to serve as the basis of Ampleforth's evolution, with more than 75,000 users set to become founding members of the governing body. So basically, people who have participated in Ampleforth's protocol, or people who have held Ample, will be able to receive an airdrop of this fourth token. And it's really exciting because I personally hold Apple tokens. I'm a big fan of that token, although I'm not really a fan when it goes below a dollar peg, which is when the rebasing becomes negative and it goes through a negative rebasing schedule, which is extremely painful. But I'm happy that I've held the tokens that I've had, my Ample tokens, which makes me eligible to get this airdrop, right? And about 75,000 users are going to become some of the first users to hold this token and participate in the governing body. Holding fourth tokens will entitle users to propose and vote on changes to Ampleforth's protocol. A total of 15 million governance tokens will be available to claim over the next year. So basically, just like any other governance token, fourth token is also going to be the governance token of the Ampleforth ecosystem. And since Ampleforth team has always been planning to become decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, I believe that this fourth token is definitely set to make that happen pretty soon. And about 15 million tokens are going to be available to claim. for the next year, right? So over the next year, regarding the tokenomics of Fourth, Ample Fourth said a perpetual inflation rate will be set at 2% annually after the first year, ensuring continued participation and contribution to Ample Fourth at the expense of passive Fourth holders. So basically, this token will have an initial inflation of about 2% annually in the first year, and then this is definitely going to encourage people to participate and be a part of the Ampleforth's governing mechanism. Ampleforth is an Ethereum-based protocol designed to become the base money of the new decentralized economy. Its Ample token has been programmed to balance around an equilibrium price target, but does not qualify as a stablecoin because it doesn't rely on centralized collateral like banks and other traditional financial institutions. Again, that's kind of debatable. So yes, Ample is a token that aims to be the stable coin of the DeFi ecosystem, and the way it does it through its positive and negative rebasing mechanism is very unique, and it's very volatile. And for investors who are not really known for having strong hands, this token can definitely be a nightmare for those investors, right? But it is a very interesting concept and a project that I personally dearly like. And it's interesting that Cointelegraph has stated that it can't really be a stable coin because it's not pegged to the, it's not relying on centralized collaterals from banks like banks or something like that. But I do believe that the main purpose of Ampleforth is to kind of like move away from the traditional dollar pegs or dollar collateral that is held in banks, and to create a new system of stable coin which is based on rebasing, right? Launched in 2019 as an initial exchange offering on Bitfinex, the Ample token sale raised nearly $5 million in just 11 seconds. The company claims that in the last year, Ampleforth wallets have grown from around 2,000 to 80,000. In the 3 months after launching on Uniswap in June 2020, Ample holders grew nearly tenfold to 55,113 holders, right? So basically, this line is basically talking about how the project has grown and it's continuing to grow, right? At the time of writing, Ample has rebased 661 times since its initial launch almost 2 years ago. As Cointelegraph reports, in February, Ample has been successful in maintaining a price target of around $1. At the same time, however, Ample has shown significant volatility when accounting for supply and price, right? So again, it is a very volatile token, and it's been rebased 661 times, which is pretty cool. And it's one of the most successful projects on the DeFi ecosystem on the Ethereum blockchain, right? Again, I just want to show you guys the Ampleforth website and the announcement itself directly from the website, but for some reason, I believe due to high traffic, the Ampleforth website, which is ampleforth.org, which is something that I obviously recommend you guys to do your own research on and learn more about the Fourth token as well as the Ample token itself, so that you can kind of understand the ecosystem. But since I can't really show this the website to you because of high traffic, I believe I'd have to use another source to tell you about what this token is. So again, I'm going to CoinDesk this time, and Ampleforth is sending free governance tokens to every wallet that ever held Ample, right? So again, this is going to be really huge. I just want to cover this point because it's a governance token. You guys obviously can do your own research, but when it comes to airdrops, this token is definitely going to turn some eyes, because there are people who have held Ample tokens before to make some quick gains, but because of the negative rebasing, they panic sold their Ample and made some really critical losses on their capital. So people who have ever held Ample, they will be getting the Fourth tokens as per the new Fourth governance tokens proposal, right? Which is very interesting. And if you guys are eligible, then congratulations to you, right? Project leads estimate over 75,000 users will be eligible to receive the new Fourth governance token. So basically, people who have participated in the Ampleforth protocol, or who have held Ample, will be eligible to receive a portion of the Fourth tokens, right? Rebasing cryptocurrency protocol, Ampleforth is airdropping governance tokens to past and present users of its price elastic ample token. Project leads told CoinDesk any wallet that has ever touched ample, 75,743 to be precise, these wallets at press time will be eligible to collect its portion of the new fourth tokens through the next year. Active participants in the protocol should expect a higher share, they said. So basically, uh, there are about 75,743 wallets that are eligible to claim the fourth tokens because they have at least at some point of time had some exposure to ample tokens. In this case, they're calling it as touched, which means if you have ever touched ample tokens, then you would be eligible for a small portion, right? And people who are actively participating may get a higher share compared to other people, right? The fourth airdrop is said to be Ampleforth's first step in decentralizing the decision-making process that keeps its under collateralized token, which has a market cap of around $460 million, more or less orbiting $1, right? So again, as I mentioned, they have had a long plan to become fully decentralized. Again, they had an unfortunate KuCoin hack last year, which kind of like tarnished their reputation a bit, but they have been doing extremely well after the incident, and they have always tried to move in the right direction. And this the release of this new governance token is definitely the step in the right direction, right? And its market cap has been around $460 million, and it has been, the token itself has been not always on the exact $1 mark, but it has been around $1 mark more or less. Ethereum based Ampleforth builds itself as a building block for decentralized finance or DeFi projects that want to do business in the stablecoin-esque crypto, right? So basically, it's basically advertising to be the stablecoin for the DeFi ecosystem, right? Think of a token with the censorship resistant attributes of Bitcoin and the relative stability of Tether, explained Ampleforth CEO Evan Kuo. So again, Ampleforth's primary token, Ample token, has always aimed to be this this middle ground between Bitcoin and US dollar stablecoin, to bring the security and decentralization of Bitcoin along with the stability or the pegged nature of the US dollar, and therefore it kind of like tries to be this best of both worlds kind of coin. While nowhere near a wallet as volatile as Bitcoin, Ample, which has no reserves, is hardly as stable as the US dollar. Again, this is something that I would kind of like debate on, because it is actually in many cases way more volatile than Bitcoin. But again, it is from CoinDesk, so we do have to take everything with a grain of salt. At press time, the coin was trading around $1.50, up from 86 cents at the beginning of April. So again, people have anticipated that Ampleforth is going to release its governance token since last month or even before that, and therefore people have been accumulating Ampleforth tokens and have pretty much held it in their wallets or even participated in some of their Geyser pools, which is something that you can do if you have held Ample. You could have staked your Ample in the Geyser pools and earned more Ample tokens. But since Ethereum was struggling from extremely high scalability issues as well as low transaction speeds, I believe that many people who held Ample kind of felt that it's better to just hold Ample instead of like holding it in Geysers, right? So that's something to note. The protocol trades price volatility for fluctuations in supply, he said. When the token climbs too high above target, the protocol automatically adds units to holders' wallets. This extra supply helps deflate prices. Again, that's pretty much a mechanism of how this token works, the Ample token works, right? It doesn't really mention anything about the fourth token itself because it's still a very new token, and the information can be found on the Ampleforth's website, but Ampleforth's website is unfortunately not available during the time of making this video, so please bear with me, guys. Ampleforth sets its price target from the buying power of $2019 and adjusts the target by regularly pulling consumer price index data from government issued sources. Again, it kind of uses these mechanisms to basically peg to its 2019 US dollar peg, right? The introduction of that oracle means we do need a little bit of governance, Kuo said, explaining the team did not know if its semi-stable model would work prior to Ampliford's 2019 launch. So basically, since there is an oracle based price feed involved in ensuring that Ample token maintains its peg to the 2019 US dollar, the CEO or the founder of Ample4 basically wanted to have a governance token to kind of like regulate the price feed information and also to optimize the protocol's growth in the right direction. So thereby they kind of released this fourth token as this governance token. But it has generally, apart from a period of crazed volatility during the DeFi summer, Apple has more or less wobbled between 75 cents and $1.75 for much of the year, according to CoinGecko. Kuo said he and his fellow creators are just glad that we've stabilized the coin with parameters that work today. Again, the team itself is glad because the Ample token is successful, right? We don't want to be modifying these parameters forever, he said. We don't want that responsibility. We need some way of kind of progressively decentralizing the governance of this Oracle whitelist. So again, this pretty much self-explains everything. They just want to ensure that the governance of the Oracle price feed goes to the people itself and not themselves. Kuo said 67% of fourth tokens will be distributed to the community through April 21 of next year, with over 80,000 wallets eligible. Unclaimed tokens will be moved to a DApp, he said. So basically, this is the most important point about the fourth tokens, right? We have pretty much been reading about the Ample tokens. So I just want to make sure that I cover some key points about the fourth token. So 67% of the fourth tokens will be distributed to the community, okay, through April 21. So you guys need to make sure that if you guys have held in Ample in the past, first of all, you try to recover your wallet. Make sure that you have access to that wallet, and secondly, you will be eligible to receive the fourth tokens if you have held Ample, or if you had participated, even if you have sold it currently, or even if you have sold it before and you don't have the tokens currently, you will still be eligible based on this article. And over 80,000 wallets are going to be eligible, right? Unclaimed tokens will be moved to a DApp, he said. So basically, if you guys haven't found your wallet, or for some reason you can't access your wallet, and if you're worried that you may not be able to claim it and any unclaimed tokens will be destroyed or removed from you, you don't have to worry about that, because your fourth token that is eligible for you, that you are eligible for, will be moved to a DApp, where you will be able to either stake it or farm it or do whatever you want with it, right? More details will be available on the Ample4 website itself. Users who are more deeply invested in Ample should expect to receive more fourth than those who have simply held the token at some point. So basically, if you are more invested by either participating in one of their staking pools, or if you're actively holding it in large volumes, then you may expect to get a little bit more of fourth tokens than those people who held it in the past and sold it right now, right? Providing liquidity, holding through negative rebase basis count towards greater shares, Kuo said. So again, two important points. If you have either provided liquidity or you are constantly providing liquidity, then you will get a higher share of the fourth tokens. Or if you have held the fourth tokens through all the negative rebases that we have seen before from Ample, then you may be rewarded, because you have been through pretty much the tough times of Ample, and I think you're being rewarded generously by the team for your diamond hands, right? So that's pretty interesting. We just want this to be distributed as broadly as possible to those who have vested interest in the success of the Ample network, he said. So again, very interesting. It's if you have vested in the success of the Ample token, then you basically deserve the fourth token. Again, this is based on what the founder of Ample4, Kuo, has said, and that's something that it's very interesting to see how the project itself is rewarding people who have held a very volatile and speculative social experiment kind of project, because rebasing tokens are very unique, and it takes a lot of understanding of those tokens for people to invest in them. But people who have invested in them or people who have held those tokens for throughout the highs and lows are generously being rewarded with the fourth token, right? So that's pretty cool. I just want to quickly cover the coin gecko page for the fourth token. Again, this token, um, again, after its immediate launch today, this token has started dumping 78% in the past 24 hours. So again, in the past few hours of its listing, people are already starting to dump their tokens because they probably are excited to claim it and then dump it and then use that money for something else, right? But again, I personally will hold this token for long term. The reason is I was also eligible for the Uniswap and the 1-inch airdrop. I sold it immediately, but at the same time, I wish I hadn't sold it because now they're worth way more than what they were worth when I sold them. So I learned from my lesson. I do believe in this project. I do believe that this project has extremely high potential. I do believe that ample tokens may definitely be the stable coin of the DeFi ecosystem in the future, and the fourth governance token will ensure that that goal is achieved. So my belief in the project is definitely going to make me hold this token. But if you guys are eligible to receive the airdrop, please do your own research, and again, you can do whatever you want. Those are your tokens, and I'm just gonna personally like hold my tokens, right? So again, a 78.3% dip in the past few hours, that too immediately after a Coinbase listing, is it's kind of like unfortunate, but at the same time, it's not really that surprising when it comes to airdrops, right? Because any airdrops that people get, they're going to dump it as soon as possible. But for people who don't have the fourth tokens or who are not eligible for receiving the fourth tokens, this is a very interesting buy opportunity because you don't really get these kind of 78% dips in the middle of a bull market. Again, remember guys, we are still in the middle of a bull market. So if you want to grab some tokens, very early tokens that haven't even set its all-time highs yet, which has been a part of the DeFi ecosystem, one of the premier innovative projects in the Ethereum blockchain, Ampleforth, and a team that has endured, two and a half years of struggle in creating a robust project, then this is the project that you have to look into, right? Again, I'm not suggesting you guys to buy it. You have to do your own research before you put any of your money on this token. But if you look at the price of this token, a project that's extremely new, extremely low market cap, extremely reputed, and it's a part of a very unique and niche crypto ecosystem, crypto DeFi ecosystem, and that project token is available at a 79% discount. So you can do your own research, come to your own conclusion, right? The market cap information is obviously not available because it's pretty brand new. Again, here they mentioned the max supply is 15 million tokens, but I wouldn't really trust that because if you guys remember, we already saw that there's going to be 15 million tokens that's going to be distributed, and there's going to be 2% inflation rate initially. So I do believe that the max supply is probably going to be somewhere between 50 to 100 million, but I can't really verify that information from the website because I can't access the website. But for now, let's say this initial circulating supply is going to be 15 million, although a lot of people haven't even realized that they are eligible for this new token, or people who have held Ample, even they may not know that there's this new token that's being released by the project, right? So there is going to be a little bit of time before people realize that they're eligible to receive this airdrop, and there will be this dumping that's going to continue. I do suspect this project will probably go down and touch the $35 mark, which won't be really surprising as well. But that's a really good buy opportunity in my opinion, right? So let's look at the charts again. Although the chart is pretty much not really useful because it's less than 24 hours information. If you see, the token price was initially worth $180, right? It's a very very volatile token, so please bear that in mind. It immediately crashed because people literally started selling it the moment they got their hands on it, and then it kind of crashed to $24 and then went back up, down, and then up, and then touched the $100 mark again, and then crashed back all the way to $22.09, and then it's kind of like now in the downtrend, but it's kind of like not as down as before, right? It's not at its pretty bottom of the barrel kind of price, which is $22 mark. It will kind of go down and touch the 30, 35, 30, $34 mark. And then again, anytime you buy at this point is literally a little steal, because you're pretty much buying it at an 80% discount, right? That too in the middle of a bull market. I don't think you will ever get this opportunity anywhere in any project, unless it's a very, it's a project that literally like, launches, and it has to gain its reputation. People would have to do a lot of research. This project is obviously from a reputed source, so you can't get a reputed source based project to have an 80% discount in the middle of a bull market, right? Again, when it comes to Bitcoin competitive, it's pretty much meaningless, but I'm just going to show you guys how much it was when it comes to the Satoshi mark. It was worth 320,000 Satoshis, and then crashed to about like 43,000 Satoshis, went back up and touched the 180,000 Satoshis, and now it's kind of like in the 68,000 Satoshi range. I think Ethereum comparative would be the most relevant here, because this is an Ether based token. So if you see, the project was initially valued at about 0.07 ETH, and then crashed to 0.02 ETH, and now it's kind of stabilizing at 0.015 ETH, right? Again, if you look at the market, since it's an ERC20 token, it is available on Uniswap, but also it's available on Coinbase, right? It's available on Coinbase, so please bear that in mind. Coinbase is one of the most popular exchanges in the world, and the project immediately got listed on Coinbase. I can see this project being listed on Binance pretty soon, because it's not a rebasing token, so Binance won't really have any issues listing it, and it's a very new reputed token from a very reputed project. It's going to be definitely going in the hundreds, $100 price range, $150 price range pretty soon, once the dumping is over, and you can see some steady growth, right? So Binance is definitely going to list this token, and that's going to come pretty soon, right? Remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.